It's Gabe. I'm here making a video today talking about the best cities to live in the United States in my preference. So in the last 3 or 4 years, I've taken so much time to travel and spent a lot of time in the different cities that I felt like I needed to see before I died, you know, or like hit 30. I'm not even 30 yet, so I feel pretty blessed that I've like seen so much shit for my age, you know what I mean? And so I feel glad that I can like make this video to say like, hey, these are the places that you absolutely need to check out. Like if you love to travel and if you like big cities like me, like I certainly love the big city life. Like that is on me, man. Like I love nature, but I absolutely, you know, I love my metropolis kind of lifestyle, you know? So I was born on the East Coast. However, the first city I lived in was New York City. I absolutely love New York. In New York, I mean, I'm not a fan of the winter. I've been kicking it on the West Coast. I'm now here on a little island, you know, in the Pacific. Right now, I'm not even on the West Coast anymore. But if I had to choose like one East Coast city, man, like New York, it has my heart like faux show. Like, I can't tell you how much I love that city, except for the fact that I hate the cold. So that would just, you know, not really work for me in the wintertime. But man, New York, what I love about it is just there's just so many different things to do. Like you can completely reinvent yourself in New York all the time on a consistent basis. You can find new things to do, new friends, new restaurants, anything. Like you can create a really cool lifestyle for yourself in New York City. Let's see here. I don't know whether to talk about the next East Coast city or my next favorite city. I won't go deep into the East Coast cities, but I will just kind of like give a shout out to Boston and Philadelphia because those cities are amazing. I've not lived in both of those cities for extended amounts of times, but from the visits that I have taken there, I have literally been filled with so much joy. Spent a lot of time in Cambridge and Boston, and you know, it was just so awesome, man. I literally love Boston. I love Philadelphia. I went there in the winter one time. Like, I hate the winter, but it was a really, really cool experience. So check out Boston and Philly for sure. The first West Coast city that I lived in was San Francisco, another cold ass place. I don't know why, but I had to check it out. And you know, it's hella gay, so like I was like, you know, I need to find my homies. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. It's super hipster. I think it's the easiest city to get around. Like compared to Los Angeles, everything is so spread out, but in San Francisco, it's kind of like everything is right there. It's a very easy city to live in, and you don't have to do like too much commuting, like back and forth and all this different jazz. You know what I mean? After San Francisco, I moved down to San Diego. Absolute favorite place in the United States. I think hands down in the future, if I ever had to like settle down somewhere, if I ever do, I would absolutely say San Diego would be the place to be, man. It is honestly the most beautiful place in the United States, in my opinion, that I've been to so like thus far. The nature is beautiful. The neighborhoods are beautiful. You have so much variety in San Diego. You have city life, you have like beach life, you have like 3 different types of neighborhoods of beach life with different types of vibe in each place. I could just totally see myself creating a life for me out in that city because like aesthetically it is just so beautiful. It's not like aesthetic like LA, that whole, you know, like LA is beautiful and this and that, and like, you know, not that type of shit, but like literally you just generally can feel good wherever you go because like it's just so creative. It's so like everything just seems so balanced in San Diego, and I would literally hands down say most favorite place in the United States. The most recent place that I have lived in was Los Angeles. I lived there for about a year. I had a blast. Honestly, I never thought it was going to be a city that I was going to go to. I had so many like preconceived notions from the terrible shit that I heard about Los Angeles that I just, you know, I never desired to, but like intuitively I went up there. I ended up staying for a year. I had such a good time. It's a massive city, but you have such a plethora of options. Even like, I would not relate LA to New York, but like in a sense, like you have that same sort of option to really create a diverse life for yourself, and get into different things and try different neighborhoods and stuff like that. And if you're that type of person like that likes to do that, man, LA is super cool, man. So, it has its like things that may be accurate that other people say, but I think it gets a bad rap for really the wrong reasons. There's so many cool things to check out in LA, and not everybody is a shithead. Seriously, there's some like really cool shit out there, and shitheads are everywhere, man. Everywhere I've traveled, I've met some, shitty ass people, but then like, it's really not about the people, man. If you just love to travel, there's gorgeous things to see everywhere, right? Currently, I am residing in Honolulu. I spent a lot of time in Waikiki Beach. I'm sort of like outside of Waikiki right now, but this is kind of coming to a close with this city. I've had a really, really good time. I think for the amount of change that I like to have in my life, it is not enough for me, but I have not seen, such beautiful nature in my life. I also I've lived in large cities, so for especially being gay, having all the gay community around all the time, coming out to Honolulu was such a change because it's so much smaller and not that, awesome. So where are my gay boys at? I'm like, what's going on? So essentially those are my top cities that I would absolutely recommend to go and check out, like hands down. You gotta see them all. Let me know if there's any places that you recommend me to go to. I've been dying to get down to Miami. I've not been to Florida, at all. I've flown through Florida, but I've just not been. And so hopefully I'll get to do that, soon, So, go check these cities out, man. Those were Gabe's recommendations for cities to check out, motherfucker. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know.